So we're in the upper 60s at this moment. We've already seen our wind move off towards the north, and this was producing a good pickup of the wind, but now we're really starting to see it fade out. That's just a testament to how weak this cold front has really gotten. But otherwise, we're getting some sunshine. We're also getting a fair amount of cloud cover. It's not going to be, sunshine's not something we're going to get a lot of today. We've got the upper 60s. We've seen a few spots drop off a degree or two, but most of us are just holding right where we are. We've seen Sioux City and Spencer drop off, but no one else has dropped off since then. And we saw Spencer drop to 61 about an hour and a half ago. So still waiting for this front to really take over. And it's a weaker front. It's just not going to do it in that classic fashion. We do have Mason City up to 21 miles per hour, but Fort Dodge is at a calm setting, and then everyone else to the south between 3 and 8 miles per hour. But any rainfall at this moment has been really fading out. We've got a decent line of storms that truly fell apart. We have seen them nearly just completely dissipate off radar completely. But what we have off towards the southwest, a few sporadic spots of rainfall, nothing that we got to have concern for. This is putting up a few light spots of rain. If anything, it just really enhances the cloud cover that we have. So for today, we're looking at the mid to low 80s, some sporadic rainfall. This afternoon, we'll see another resurgence of that, and that will lead to at least the first round of about 3 to 4 rounds of rainfall that will be produced from this front passing. Once it gets south to around Kansas City, it stalls out, and then it takes on that classic stationary front in the summer kind of look where it wavers a bit and will send some rounds of rainfall to the southern third of the state, giving us a few spots that could see nearly an inch of total rainfall by the end of this weekend. But looking at overnight into Wednesday, it's the best chance of us seeing anything spread out across the central parts of Iowa. Once this drops to the south, a lot of the rainfall will stay down towards the southern end of the state, with the core of it really down towards Missouri. But the south wind slowly does make its return, but it takes its time. Wednesday is going to be a much cooler day, and then Thursday, we are very dry that morning. We're down to around 60 for a low, but we do start warming back up into the 80s. Our south wind picks back up. That will slowly start bringing in some warmer and slightly more humid air. All that really does for us is take our temperatures back to levels that are seasonal for at least the start of the weekend. But expect rainfall between today and tomorrow, and even very early Thursday. We should all see rainfall by the end of Thursday, and then we have a dry couple of days with the temperatures at a very comfortable setting for this weekend. Now, Sunday is where our rain chances start to pick back up, but it's still just a very brief wave that comes through, and that ultimately leads into the stretch of heat that we're going to have. It's fairly short-lived, or at least for this year, it's fairly typical. We're looking at around 2 to 3 days of getting into the low 90s with our overnights down in the low 70s. We're not going to see the dew point take off to any extreme setting, but it will be fairly uncomfortable in the afternoons, but also nothing alarming. So we do at least have this cooler stretch. We've got a very seasonal start to the weekend, and once this heat kicks in, we can already see the end of it as we start getting into the middle of next week. It essentially develops a very brief heat ridge that will break down as our next boundary comes through. That will take our temperatures back down to the mid to low 80s for the end of next week.
All right, thank you, sir.